Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ashmita and I hope you all are doing well. And yes, today's video is something that I've not done on this channel ever. It's a review video. This is a K-drama review that all of you requested. I had asked on my community tab and most of you were interested to, know my thoughts and basically share my review and opinion on this drama. So yes, the show that I'm going to be reviewing today is True Beauty, a drama that created an absolute sensation across the world, and I'm going to be discussing if it was worth the hype or not. Now, there are some things that I liked about the drama and there are some things that I did not like. So yes, there are hits and misses. Let's start with the hits. Okay, I'm going to start with the good stuff first. Number one, the theme of the series. In today's day and age, when there is so much fakeness on social media, people using filters and the world having ridiculous beauty standards, the fact that there is a series which talked about inculcating self-confidence and self-worth, I was very happy to see that. The target audience for this series are teens and young adults. So when I was watching the series, I had to sort of reframe my mind and look into the series from that perspective. And it's a good thing that they have kept the overall tone of the series light-hearted to make it a comfortable watch for the viewers. Otherwise, we have seen and read pretty horrific cases of bullying that happens in high school. So yeah, this show tried to push the narrative that please realize your self-worth, please realize that you are beautiful no matter what, and the outside world and the society should not dictate how you feel about yourself. Second, the cinematography. Now this is a series adapted from a webtoon of the same name, and the uniqueness of the camera work here is that in so many parts you feel that a comic book has come alive. Now from whatever limited K-dramas that I've watched, I have realized that the production value, the camera work is absolutely fantastic. A lot of detailing goes into it, and this series is no exception to that fact. So in parts you will find the cinematography to be extremely quirky. There are visual effects that have been used which made the entire viewing experience very engaging. Third, the background score. I already like the original soundtrack, I Am Missing You, of the series, but what I really enjoyed while watching it was the male version of Missing You that was being sung by Sojun's character. Overall, the BGM was enjoyable and I liked the fact that it was not very loud or over dramatic. The mellowness of the whole thing made it a little bit soothing to my ears. Of course, for the comedy scenes, it has the typical cliched, comical music that is usually used as background sound. That was not very unique, but other than that, in the emotional scenes and all, the background score was quite good. Fourth is the costume design. I really liked how every character was styled. And I think K-dramas are generally very much detailed and careful when it comes to costume. Though I'm not sure about the school uniform, if that is the correct representation or not, but from whatever I've seen on the internet, the uniforms are pretty much like that only. Lastly, the acting. Now, I think all the three leads acted well, but for me particularly, Inyok's acting was fantastic. And I feel the reason for that is because his character Sojun was fleshed out in a much better way than the other two leads, and that gave him the opportunity to show a range of emotions. Also, the actor Park Yuna, who plays Sujin, I think she was also fantastic in the series. Her character goes through a range of emotions where she is the loyal friend first, and then she becomes a bully, and then eventually has a change of heart and realization that she did something wrong. Overall, I was pretty much happy how her arc turned out. It made sense to me. Not everything made sense, but her actions pretty much made sense to me because of how indifferently and how poorly she was treated at home by her father. And also her friendship with Suho was, I felt it was just a token friendship. I mean, Suho never treated her properly as per me, despite knowing how much she was abused at home. I mean, if I knew of a friend like that, I would be hell protective of that friend. I just wasn't convinced that Suho felt protective of her. Kayam was also quite adorable, though in parts I don't know why I felt completely disconnected from her character. But that is nothing to take away from her acting, because I think the insecure high school girl who doesn't want to show her real face, that was portrayed quite well by her. Then comes Onwoo, who was also pretty decent, though I wouldn't say that he blew me away with his acting, but yeah, he wasn't bad. I think the part of it was how his character was written. Suho is a guy who has literally gone through hell since his childhood. I mean, he lost his mom, he's distant from his dad, lost his two best friends, so the man is literally broken. I think Onwoo did his best to portray the cold-hearted, broken dude, but still, I felt something was missing. I mean, when you go through so much trauma as a child, you would definitely need some professional help. I would have actually liked if it was shown that he was getting help from a counselor. One cannot open up as a person just because you saved a girl and now she goes to the same school as you, because he literally shut off people from his life. I think the writers could have done so much with Suho's character. I mean, given his background, Suho as a character probably would have so many layers to him. But yeah, I think Onwoo did his best in portraying him, and that is only because of the material that he was given. Number one is the character development. I feel Sojun and Soojin were probably the only two characters that were fleshed out properly. The lead character Jukyung felt one-dimensional in various parts to me. Again, I understand that she was extremely insecure about how she looked, and rightly so, because on her last school she was getting bullied left, right and center. But when Suho and Soojin were already aware of how she looked, I think her confidence should have risen up a bit, at least enough to tell her inner circle of friends. In fact, in the storyline when Jukyung helps Sojun's sister, but the sister eventually comes to school barefaced saying that, you know what, if I don't respect myself, nobody is going to respect me. I think that should have instilled some confidence in her. We barely see a gradual arc on her character, and suddenly after her true identity gets revealed, her confidence takes a 180-degree turn after not going to school for a few days. So yes, I would have preferred if the change in her character arc was shown gradually, because it takes a lot to inculcate confidence in a teenager's mind. Also, I could not, and I swear I could not stand Jukyung's mother. I'm sorry, but she was the most unrelatable character to me. I just could not understand her behavior. I get that you are the bread earner of the family, but her behavior towards her husband was just unjustified. I mean, the dude got scammed. He's already suffering and you are just adding more to his burden. I am sure many of you probably found the mother's character very quirky and funny. I just couldn't relate to her at all. Next is the storytelling diversion. I liked how when the series started, it felt like the central theme of it would be to accept yourself as who you are, and I would have loved it if they had stuck with it. But when it completely shifted to a mere love triangle, I felt a little sad. I mean, I have nothing against love triangles. I love love triangle stories, and it being a high school drama makes sense to insert a love triangle, but I would have preferred if it was a subplot and not the main plot. I mean, the fact that there were such long discussions about whom the lead character should end up with, should it be Suho or should it be Sojun, it just proves that the focus of the drama completely shifted to the love story instead of it actually being that what teenagers go through and that bullying is bad and that you have to accept yourself as who you are and true beauty is actually from within. All those themes were completely ignored and they were just, made into like side plots. And yes, maybe webtoon adaptations are not to be taken that seriously, but things like self-esteem, self-confidence are important topics for people in school. So yes, to say that such a series wouldn't have been influencing to its audience is wrong. True Beauty could have honestly been so much more than just a love triangle. So yes, those were my thoughts on the sensational hit K-drama True Beauty. Do let me know what were your thoughts, what you liked and what you disliked about the series. These were just my own personal opinions after finishing the series. If you have not watched it, you can of course watch it on the Viki app. And yes, that was it from me today. Do let me know if you would like me to inculcate a series review on this channel as well or not. Going by your comments and the feedback, I would probably make a decision. So yes, that was it from me today, guys. Please do subscribe to the channel and I will see you on my next video. Bye bye.